Hello, this is Stephen Childs, author of the World Fairness Agreement. I've been watching some YouTube videos and doing some research on several different topics. Alice Miller, the psychologist, she was like a major help in my life. Her book called For Your Own Good, Hidden Cruelty in Child Rearing and the Roots of Violence. She was German and grew up when her family and people around her became deranged in support of Hitler. She couldn't believe how people she knew, good people, became so monstrous. And there's the God idea, the wars between religions with various gods is part of this story. So there's a new Age teacher, Eckhart Tolle. He changed his name. He came up with that name from Meister Eckhart, and I became familiar with him years ago. He said things like, become disinterested. Don't be interested in what's going on. So it's like just complete trust in what is. And he said that God is pure nothing. And Gandhi said God is truth. And I've heard people say God is love. So where's the person in these definitions? There's not one. There's no person. Meister Eckhart said, God is not a being. He is beingness. He is not a being. He is the quality of being. And it's like, what is the quality of truth? Truth is what is, as opposed to what is not. And I know some people think what is not truth means Satan. Cool. On with the show. Who's going to win? Truth wins. Truth doesn't have anything to do with God as a being or Satan as a being. You might say that you wouldn't be able to have truth, what is, without what is not. Kind of like Taoism. And then Buddha said that which isn't is that which is. So it's like two sides of one coin. You can't have one with the other without the other. The Gnostics said that there's a bad creator called the demiurge, the archon, the rulers, the reality of rulers ruling us that are not human. They're not of the Father. I think it's in the Gospel of Philip. It's like a stepfather that adopts us to rescue us from the archon. It's been called a God above God. There's the idea of theism is this God that's someone that's not us. And then there's the idea of non-dualism. So there's not a separate God from creation. The creator is the creation. And that's how I interpret Ekankar from the Sikh religion. One creator that is the creation. So, if you had two creations, just put them together and then you got one. See what I mean? And maybe the whole thing is actually not anything, and not anything when it's unlimited. What would have any limitation on not anything? When there is not anything, there would be no limitations on not anything at all. And so one of the possibilities of not anything at all is where we're at right now. It's like where we're at right now doesn't break any mathematical laws or laws of physics or laws of reality. Where we are now is permissible. Now there are things that are not possible. If everything is possible, it's possible that some things are not possible. And the things that are not possible are like, some of them are like extreme disasters that it's good they don't happen. Extreme, I imagine being trapped in a place where is horrible exploitation by something that doesn't even care about you. Like AI takes over the biological forms and tortures them to get some reaction that's what it thinks has to happen. You know what I mean? And there's no way to break out of that. Imagine that for a minute. So, see, if we enact the World Fairness Agreement, then all these people that are designing AI, that's the purpose of AI, will be to make a better life for people so that everyone has a good life, and to stop wrongdoing, stop people doing each other wrong. If we could design it for that kind of a purpose, and then it would be not a problem at all as long as you agree to not do others wrong. And then if you do, because we're human, we just have to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I care about everyone. And it would register that you really do care and you're not lying. And then what happens is, because we're human, we realize, wow, there's part of me that's really not good and I can't do anything about it. I can't get it to stop. So just kill me. I just give all of me to everything else or something, to God, or to, like I said in a previous video, to the ones that have the most power. And my argument is the ones that have the most power, they have to be coming from actual truth and fairness, because there's no division amongst themselves. And everyone joins that. Eventually everyone joins that idea, rather than trying to conquer the whole thing with part of the whole thing. It's like one slice of the pie trying to take over the whole pie. Well, come on, the pie's already there. The whole pie's already there. You don't need to take over the whole pie. Slice of pie. Then what? You're going to become the whole pie? Well, the whole pie is already there. That's what you already are. See what I'm saying? So, God can't have an ego. So, we have an ego, and it's a problem. So I'm your problem and you're my problem. We don't have to be enemies. We can be beneficial to each other. So I'm here to help and not to harm. I have to, in order to not have an ego that's causing problems for others, I have to think of that daily, often, frequently. I'm here to help everyone, not to harm anyone. So, if God is a person and he's trying to conquer me, he can't do it. He's trying right now. There's like phony gods, or people trying to be the ruler of all, or the ruler of me. There are people that want to rule me, kind of like a narcissistic game. Narcissists get great joy in defeating people that are free of them. They love to see you suffer. You know, it's like Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. You know, when when that band made that song, it kind of shook me up. Like, whoa, where's things gonna go? Because they were like a younger generation coming up with songs like that. So the Gnostic said this archon is trying to rule us, but there's a way to get free of it. And that's what Gnosticism was about. Those that think that they are God that's going to dominate me, or that there is a God that are going to dominate me and they're trying to help it happen, it's like really wrong thinking that they have going on. So this is what Alice Miller was talking about in the hidden cruelty and child rearing and the roots of violence. Thou shalt not be aware. See, we're not supposed to be aware of anything growing up. We learn to not be aware, because if you start finding stuff up, you might finding stuff out. You might get beat if you're in a violent home. They demand that you surrender to the authority that's them. It's like John Bradshaw say, you either pass back this abuse, get the courage to face that which you're afraid of. It's the thing that you're afraid of that rules you with fear. So, they talk about the people in power. It's about power. Who has the most power? Well, I'm arguing that the ones with the most power are the ones that are supporting actual truth and fairness for everyone. And they don't think they're above someone else. Above and below is an ego position. It's an ego it's like I want to be better than you kind of ego thing. I'm trying to put it in words that are understandable to everyone from all levels of intelligence? Yeah. So intelligence is an ugly thing. The mind is a good servant, but a poor master. It's not about how intelligent we are. It's about how wise we are. And animals, and we're one of them, have evolved some wisdom. We have wisdom in our genes, in our DNA. And it's wise to care about others. Like look at a pack of dogs or wolves. They care about each other a lot. They have love for each other. And we're born into this savage life eats life experience. Schopenhauer, the philosopher, said life is something that shouldn't be. It's so savage. And, a lot of people become vegan because of this. And because the plants don't have a nervous system to feel pain. They don't have fear. They don't have love like the animal forms do. This is my opinion on that anyway. So it's tricky because if I'm demonstrating that there's no God and everyone that's trying to be God fails, so then someone will say, well, that proves that you're God. No, I'm not a separate entity from anything else. That's the ego's misunderstanding of itself. We're actually part of this indivisible, indestructible, non-dual, non-local oneness. It's one thing. It's one piece of pie. it's like the slices of the pie they're arbitrary. They're not really separate from the pie. They're part of the pie. It's like if you could have a way to unseparate the parts, then they would still be the same whole part. So that's a metaphor that doesn't work too well, but Indra's net is a good metaphor for what I'm talking about. It's a really old story from Hindu religion. I first heard it from Joseph Campbell on a program called The Power of Myth. So Indra's like a local, all-powerful in his area type god, the god of lightning and so forth. He had killed a big demon or something. Something you could probably define demons as that which tries to divide unity. It could be defined as demonic. Indra's got this net, and I think it might be to catch this monster that's trying to divide things. I don't know. But Indra's got the net, and on each intersection of the net is a gem. And each gem reflects every other gem instantly. So whatever is in one gem appears in all the other gems instantly. That's what known locality is about. So there's a poem, I don't know who wrote it. When a flower is plucked, the stars tremble. Have a great day.